Good morning, Whittier faculty and staff. I give you this important information about Commuters Community School and stress. So as I said, I'm doing commuters and stress. And to give you a little definition, there's a definition provided by Saleh Al-Sulami et al. And it says academic stress is defined as the body's response to academic related demands that exceed adaptive capabilities of students. It is estimated that 10 to 30% of students experience some degree of academic stress during their academic career. With that said, how this research was conducted, it was non-experimental and quantitative, and we used a 20-item Likert scale questionnaire measuring stress 1 to 6, with 6 equaling high agreement with 91 participants, and I administered an informed consent in accordance with the IRB guidelines to get this research passed through. And to go along with my research, I conducted a hypothesis. So I believe there will be a significant difference between commuters and non-commuters, and I believe there will be not a significance between commuters and non-commuters. Before getting into any of the information on commuters on campus, I'd like to give you a little bit of the background of the population. So Whittier has 815 students. 69% of the student body are students of color, making Whittier one of the most diverse liberal art colleges in the country. Whittier fields 18 poet teams in the NCAA Division III Intercollegiate Athletics. There are 8 men's teams and 10 women's. Approximately 30% of Whittier students play on one or more of the teams, and over 50% of the student body is involved in one of the more than 40 registered student organizations on campus. So these next set of demographics, I just show the numbers and the statistics behind the study. So here is a chart with freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors, and how many there are, and how many we gathered. So there are obviously more juniors than seniors, sophomores, and freshmen. This next one just explains sex and age. So there are 23.1% males and 76.9% males, and then have the ages from how many people were in that age range. This next graph just goes into the details of the racial identity. So 25.6% was white, 2.2% was black, 10% was Asian, 47.8% was Hispanic, and the other 14.4% was multiracial. This next information just goes into the details on commuters and just the information we gathered and some demographics. So we got here commuters and residents. So there's 60.7% commuters and 39.3% residents. This next graph just goes into miles per week for commuters. So the bottom is the miles commuted, and then the sides are just the amount of people that commuted for those times. Lastly, this stat is just a job stat, so who has a job on campus, off campus, or just not have a job. And upon our research, our results were significant with a p-value of 0.05, and the commuters mean being 78.77, having a standard deviation of 17.46, and residentials having a mean of 78.8 and a standard deviation of 14.21. Although upon these details, it doesn't really tell us much because we did not have that many participants, which is actually one of our limitations. And if we had more participants upon our research, we can conduct a more reasonable study and have better results. There's a study by Kolosky et al., which he talks about on why commuters are more stressed than residentials is just because of transportation and having to get up early and just the stress of trying to get to school on time depending on where you live, and just struggling with everyday life from work and school and going back and forth. We also did a content analysis, and the most answers that they gave for our content analysis on our research was school. And Scoffer et al. Did a study on the stress reactions of commuters and the effects. And assignments can be stressful because you're driving back and forth and you're going from school to work or anywhere else, and he talks about how it can really affect a person's GPA because they're always rolling around, especially if you're an athlete. It can really affect you because you're going to classes and then to exercises and working out and sports, and then going back home and trying to do assignments and catching up, and it can be stressful. Why I think faculty and staff should care about commuters is because I am a commuter myself, and I know the struggles I go on a daily basis, and driving home back and forth is a struggle, especially waking up really early to come to school, and especially if you have sports and you come home late, or if you have work really late and you get up late. I feel like faculty and staff should really care about the commuters because of the daily struggle they have to go with getting up early and then driving to school, etc. And sometimes they're late because, sometimes they just had a rough night. And I think faculty and staff should be more lenient, or just have more reason on why they're late, and kind of just help them out on what to do, and just try to help them out as much as they can with their schedule, crazy schedule that they have on a daily basis. But with that said, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you later, and next time we meet up, we'll be talking about research on all of student stress and what they have to deal with on a daily basis.